What's up, everybody? We are here today at the Central Florida Botanical Garden and Zoo. It's my first time here, so really looking forward to it. It's really pretty. Social distancing is all good. And yeah, let's see what we can find. I love the boardwalk nature of the zoo so far. Just got in here. We're gonna head to the right, see the hornbills, warthogs, and all that stuff. But yeah, it's really cool and pretty. And shady, which is nice. First up, we got a reed hornbill. And there he is, preening himself, hiding, just hanging out in the shade. Should be a cougar in here somewhere. Don't quite see him. Probably hiding or eating or sleeping right now. Maybe we'll come back. Maybe we'll see him later in the day. There's a Chicoan peccary? I'm not familiar with this one. Looks kind of like a warthog almost, sitting back there, eating, walking around. It's a big old pig. Oh, there's another one. Chilling out, going in back. Pretty. The fur. One of my favorites, tortoises. It's the African spurred tortoise. Sleeping down in there. Or staring at me creepily, one of the two. I'm not sure. If you look way in the back right there, you'll see warthogs lounging out in the corner, trying to stay in the shade. Big pigs. Oh, there he goes. Scared him. You've ever wondered why they're called warthogs? All the bumps on their skin apparently protect against injuries while fighting. They're made of cartilage, and they support their eyes or protect their eyes and head when fighting. So warthogs usually don't fight, they usually just run. They can go up to 30 miles an hour. Jeez, these guys are quick. You could see that really briefly just a second ago when he kind of sprinted up and out of the way real quick. Pumbaa would be pleased. Like I said, I really like the boardwalk nature of this area so far. And yeah, it's really shady, but it's really nice. A lot of the state parks in and around Orlando have this boardwalk thing. Usually it leads out to the water or the lakes or something like that. Oh, donkeys. So it kind of fits in with the aesthetic of the Central Florida parks. Look at the donkeys. Hey, buds. Hey, buddies. Come back and see y'all again. Cheetahs. Look at them. Oh, they're beautiful animals. Lounging in the shade, like my cats do at home. It's really amazing seeing big cats versus our small house cats, and just how alike they really are aside from the size. I mean, they all act the same. It's exactly how my cats lay, right there with their head up, and it's really funny. Just gorgeous animals. Well, it looks like we're getting ready for a feeding over here with the donkeys. Just trying to get out. I like donkeys. Oh, so pretty. It's a butterfly area right here next to the giraffes. We're gonna go check out the giraffes. Oh my God, look at them. Holy jeez. I mean, I've been up on them, next to them at safari before, Kilimanjaro and Animal Kingdom, but never standing below one. Look at those. They're beautiful. reaching over and eating off of that tree now. It's done with the provided food. Now he wants the other food. That's interesting. So giraffes pollinate. Pollen from the flowers attaches to their nose when they eat, and they move on. The pollen gets rubbed off at the next tree, and it pollinates the habitat. And the only reason they only get a couple of leaves from acai trees, acai, I've never known how to say that. It's a chemical defense system that when he begins to eat, so it starts to taste unpleasant, so he has to move. Interesting. Talk about a beautiful animal. Look at that leopard. He is hot. She is hot. Panting. It is warm out today, so good for her for being in the shade, being under that fan. There's a fan right there. I don't know if you can see it. It is blowing on her. This is the Amur leopard. Borders between Russia and China. It is an endangered animal, so please stop killing animals, please. Especially beautiful ones like this. Over here next to the rhino exhibit, they have a refreshment stand. You can get treats and Dippin' Dots and stuff. It's like ice cream and soda and things. And a little area you can walk into to actually get a little bit closer to the rhino, which is what I'm doing now. So I can see this guy up close because he's big. This is an Indian rhino, according to the placard on the front. Look at that. I haven't seen an Indian rhino before. They look a lot different than the African ones and the whites and all that from Kilimanjaro. Look at him. Oh. Looks like he's going into the main habitat, so we're going to follow him and see him in his main habitat. Escapee! Escapee! He's getting out! There he is, hanging out in the shade, like most of the animals are today because it's hot. Indian rhinos are endangered. It's just a one-horn rhino. 2 tons. That's a big boy. It's getting dusted. Look at that. Getting cleaning himself.
Come on.
That's cool. Bet that feels good. So I don't know if they're doing it now. I don't think they are right now, but you can feed a rhino and touch it and everything at 11:30, 11:50, and 12:10 a.m. and p.m. $10 for annual pass members here, which right now is $55, and $15 for non-members. So that's not a bad deal, really. I'd want to pay to feed him. Look at that guy. Not sure what's here yet. Oh, looks like bears. But I feel like I'm at like the T-Rex paddock in Jurassic Park right now. This is the biggest exhibit I've seen since we've been here. Yep, this is bears. Not sure what kind. I'll have to look it over. One's playing in the water. We'll go check him out in a bit. Bears are just the coolest animals to me. They're just amazing. Look at this guy. Oh, it's beautiful. One splashing around in the water, which we're going to head over there in a minute and check him out. Hey, buddy. This is the habitat for the Florida black bears. He is swimming. I want to go swimming.
I thought I saw something in there. He's playing in the pool.
He's super active today. Look at you, bud. You're beautiful.
That's when you're scared.
Yeah.
Are you scared?
He's gorgeous. Yeah, he's pulling palms off. He's super active today. He's awesome. So at the zoo, just like at the other parks we've been to, you can have a pit stop with a little pit viper right there. You can take your mask off in the area and all that. It's shaded, it's cool, it's really nice. And there are plenty of social distancing markers around the zoo. Again, I can't speak enough about the layout and how they did, like, put this whole thing together with the boardwalks and through the trees and everything. It's really, really pretty. And again, it just feels like you're in a national park, or a state park, as opposed to a zoo. So well done, whoever designed this whole thing. Also, the shade is plentiful here. It's really cool. Literally, it's really cool. It's like they worked a lot of the natural vegetation and layout into the zoo. I mean, it's a swamp, basically, just right there, right off of the boardwalk. Again, just beautiful. Really makes you feel engrossed in that Florida, fauna and flora and everything. It's really pretty. Ladies and gentlemen, the symbol of America, the American bald eagle. And there he is back there. Just incredible animals, bald eagles are. They're really amazing. What's chewing on? Take a little nibble. Keeping watch. Again, standing under the fan because it's hot out. Here's the American crocodile. Not the gator, that's a crocodile. Blending in with the water, waiting for his prey. Or just chilling out. Now we are at the animal most synonymous with Florida, the American alligator. That's not even a full-grown one right there. He's just hanging with the fish. Still a little one. Definitely see the difference between the alligator and crocodiles, especially on the back and the snout.
That's the exit. I don't want you whining now.
See these guys just hanging out when I just go out to the park. Now, just kind of learn to live with them out here. Look through the glare a little bit, you can see the crocodile monitor right there. His tail is twice as long as his body. Says he has the longest tail of any species of lizard. He's chilling up in the tree. He's at least got shade in his habitat. Looks like there's usually snakes here for something, maybe just to hang out, or maybe they do like little feed things, showcase. Oh, it's a showcase area. So they'll bring out animals and talk about them and show you them and give you information on them in this area. It's nice and shaded. It's right next to the reptiles, which we're going to see next. Big snake. Oh, look at the chameleon. This is Gila monsters and Mexican bearded lizards. Oof. So move over to the largest rattlesnake in the world, the eastern diamondback rattler, which is in this area of the country, of course. These are mean dudes. Cottonmouths, you used to see these growing up all the time. And timber rattlers. We've got burrowing snakes here, the eastern indigo. He's in Florida and Georgia. And up here is the Florida pine snake. Look at that. Burrowing animals. It's kind of cool. And the old king snake. Ooh, there's a pygmy rattler over here. He's so little. Gotta look out for them because they hide. That pit viper. Oh, geez, those things are deadly. And over here, way back there, we have our eyelash viper. Beautiful. Giant gecko. Hiding. Here we go. The Egyptian cobra. Famous snake. Look at him. Burrowing. Look at this guy. Gaboon viper. That's his head, by the way. That's his head. His head is that big. Yes, this is a venomous snake from Western Africa. So move to the right, see the African bullfrog. This guy's huge. A big Southern Africa. Green bush viper right there in the back. Little bitty dart frogs back there. These are endangered frogs. How little they are. Jamaican boa constrictor. Oh. There's supposed to be a spotted turtle in here. We're gonna see if we see him. I don't see him though. Maybe he's in the water underneath. Go over to the green mamba. Very venomous. Look at that. That's the end of his tail. All the way up there is his face. And this one down here as well. Huge animals. Jumping viper. A jumping viper. I don't like vipers, and I don't like vipers that jump. Look at how well he blends into the foliage. You would never see him coming. That's why nature scares me. Another one, can't tell. He's sleeping. And the Sri Lankan pit viper. Beautiful. Look at the coloring on that. That's awesome. Wow, the reptile room was really awesome. They had some amazing specimens in there. Some of those snakes are just incredible to look at. Like that giant gaboon viper with that head that was as big as my hand. This is awesome. I mean, like I know plenty of people are scared of snakes, and you know, yeah, I get it. They look scary and all that, but honestly, with all my friends that work in wildlife conservation and zoos and biology and stuff like that, just as long as you're not messing with them, they will leave you alone. Rattlesnakes do not shake their rattle when they're about to attack you. That's a warning to go away. If you start going away from it, it will leave you alone. Like that's the easy thing. Also, make sure you know what snakes are in your yard. You know, if you have a black racer or something like that, or corn snakes or something, those are good for you. Those are great for your yard. Don't just kill them because they're snakes. All right, they can be extremely beneficial. He doesn't live there anymore, but when I first moved into my house, I have a black racer that lived back there, and he just kept to himself and hopefully ate rodents and stuff. So always know what you're doing when you're trying to kill a snake, or call someone to come, like animal control, to come take care of it. Don't just kill them to kill them. There's no reason to do that. And your bathrooms over here, little first aid area looks like. Yeah, little first aid. And a splash pad for the kids. It's actually open. That's incredible. I haven't seen one of these open in a long time. So they have a little splash pad in here. I think you have to pay to go in. Oh, it's a Sunny's barbecue. Sunny's is really good too, so that's cool. If I wasn't already eating things the right way, I would jump in there and get some food. There's a laughing kookaburra. We had these when I worked at SeaWorld in San Antonio, near one of our performance areas, and when these things start talking, they are loud. And it was really disruptive to our performance, but man, they're cool. But yeah, they're loud birds. A little children's garden here. Little kind of things you can play on, run around on, get the energy out for the kids. It's sponsored by Spectrum News 13. That's cool. And macaws. Just the most beautiful birds I've ever seen, aside from the eagles. Just gorgeous animals. Look at the coloring on those feathers. They're so smart. Easily trainable. Well, not easily, I guess, but they're extremely trainable. Yeah, he's talking. If you can see back there through the trees, those are hyacinth macaws. That beautiful dark blue color with the yellow around their beaks and their eyes. They're also hanging in the shade. There's a fan back there blowing on them. Macaws are just gorgeous. He's got an itch. And that one just wants to bite things. Oh, they're snuggling. Oh, nature. Okay, maybe I should turn away. I think they're about to do, that's something they should do in private. Up there you can see monkey arms. Stay back here because they are way too close together. But monkey arms up there. They're running around. I'll try to get a better shot on the other side. Black-handed spider monkey. There he goes.
No, I
There
look.
he is.
No, I look. He's over here.
Going to eat.
Want me to take off your pants? Want me to put it back there?
He's hungry. There's another one back there too, if you look in the back. I'm sure there's a couple more somewhere as well. But there he is, yep, sitting right in the way of the fan, as most of them are today. As he chows down. They're the African crested porcupines. They are awesome. I had one on SeaWorld in San Antonio. They used to put a little harness on and would walk around. Jabari. They're so cute. Animal Kingdom has a few as well. Look at them, taking a snooze. Those big old quills. Those would hurt if they back into you. And the porcupines don't shoot their quills like some people think they do. They just back into you. But they're so pretty. If you rub them the right way, they're really soft. Well, I'd say really soft, but they're soft. She's still hanging in the shade, though not quite as hot as she was. Just chilling. Looking around. She's kind of hard to see, but there's the fossa. Lounging about on the log. I didn't see it. Oh, there she is. I didn't see her at first. So pretty. Hey there. Bugs are out today. What a beautiful animal. They are found in Madagascar. Looks kind of like a cat, but apparently more closely related to the mongoose, and they are endangered. Only fewer than 2,500 left in the world, which is really sad. So thankfully, hopefully, conservation efforts from zoos and facilities around the world are helping to bring them back, we hope. The spot-nosed guanin? Guanin? West Africa, Gambia to Ghana. It's a monkey. Taking a nap. It's the red ruffed lemur. Lemurs are awesome. Look at him. Hey bud. You're cute. You're fluffy. I won't bug you much longer. I know you're eating. I just wanted to say you're cute. And I don't know you, but I love you. You have a friend back there? Hiding. And right here, look at all that. Whew. Name's Paddle Cactus, makes sense. Queen of the Night, which sounds ominous. That one. All these things are prickly, and these are all things that I would run into if I throw my disc golf disc into the woods, most likely. Crown of Thorns. Jeez. Talk about defense mechanisms. Another pit stop here. You can take your mask off, and this is also where you can eat, next to the Sonny's Barbecue that we saw earlier. Tables and some shade and everything with the splash pad. There's an alpaca. Hanging out. They're not letting you approach, looks like, to feed or anything. It's got his tongue out. Look, I know Cuzco's a llama per se, but come on, look at that face and tell me that isn't Cuzco. Here's the zoo gift shop. Hats. I like those hats. It's a cool design. Usual kind of zoo shirts. Bear Jordan, I like that. Not a unicorn, that's fun. Oh, that's funny. The Beatles and Harry Otter. That's ridiculous. Yes, support my local zoo. Usual, get your name tag, names on things. Spray bottles, keep it cool. Cups, color changing cups. More hats and scarves. Toys, children's shirts. Okay, that's funny. And smaller versions of children's shirts. Amazing Spider Monkey. Zoo Vengers, which is nice after my Marvel MCU rewatch-a-thon that I've been having for like the last week. Alright, so I'll say this. If you are on the fence about going out to places, yes, I recommend the zoo. I want you to support the zoo and everything, but zoos, especially local zoos like this, are usually short-staffed in general anyway, especially now, and there's not a ton of people like at Disney or Universal, team members or cast members walking around telling people to put their masks on. Now when they see them, they are, but I'm sitting right in front of the gift shop where there are no current employees here, and I've just seen a whole family walk by without masks on. Okay, now again, I'm wearing mine. This is a rest area, but they were walking by, I'm in a rest area, they weren't. And for the most part, about 95% of the people here have had their masks on the whole time and are doing the right thing and trying to social distance. I'm not saying the zoo itself is doing a bad job, because again, when they are able to see people, they tell them to put their mask on and pull it up over their nose and stuff. It's just you have to remember, if you're coming to a local zoo, they don't have the funds that like an Animal Kingdom has or a SeaWorld has or something like that. So just remember that. I still say support your local zoos, especially right now, because they need that help. But just know, coming in, just do your best, stay away from me. I've been doing that myself. I mean, people get right up next to me at an exhibit and I'll glare at them and then walk away. So just remember that, if you feel free to come, just know that you're going to have to put in some effort sometimes, because some people won't. The Cougar's finally out. Oh my God, she's sleeping just like my cats sleep. Literally the same way. God, look at the coat on her. She's gorgeous. Pretty kitty. Here's the main Sonny's stand, where Sonny's is barbecue place. This is a local barbecue place, so we have a stand here, and here are what you can get on the drinks and food and all that stuff. Not bad. usual, you know, upcharge prices. They probably give some back to the zoo, but yeah, looks pretty good. I'll have to try it next time I come. And with that, we are now at the exit of the park. Except for one little exhibit over here with some birds possibly in it. Yep. Some birds flying around. Or I guess standing right there's one flying. And this is the entrance to the park. To the zoo part of the park. Because there is another part that I'll show you here in a second. Everyone having fun at the splash pad. Makes me want to go swimming. Let me see if any of my friends around here have a pool. Cape Thickney. That's a weird name. He's got skinny knees though. As you come in, there is a map. Shows you everything. I'm not sure if they're doing shows right now because they don't want people to congregate, but well, I'll find that out. And then has the whole map of everything around. We do have a Discovery Center too, which I do not think is open right now. But they can do birthdays and stuff. You might be able to get in there. We'll see. But yeah, Discovery Courtyard entrance, which is closed right now. I was wrong. They are open, and they have a lot of bugs and beetles. Those are gross. Lots of bugs. Cicadas. Ugh. Growing up in the South, cicadas, man. Obnoxious. Big old butterflies and moths. Big old moths. Lots of butterflies. More butterflies. Habitat for something. Prehensile-tailed skink, which I cannot find. It's probably hiding. I don't see him anywhere. And stick bugs. Oh, good lord, look at those walking sticks. Jeez. Big grasshoppers. Lots of different moths. Lots of different butterflies and moths. And a safari room, which I guess is where you can have parties and stuff. More poison dart frogs. Keep moving around. There's a rat snake in here somewhere, supposedly. I don't see it. There's a scorpion. Southern African scorpion. Like mealworms. Hissing cockroaches. Oh, there they are. Ugh. Gross. There's a milk frog back there. Get way down here. Oh, crickets. Which I don't see any, but oh, I'm older than that. Can't do that very well. A whip scorpion. That just sounds terrible. There's supposed to be a millipede in here somewhere. Big millipede, giant African millipede. I'm actually kind of glad I can't see it, because that would keep me up at night. There's some little poison dart frogs. Cool. So yeah. Maybe my favorite one in here. The tarantula. These are such cool animals. Don't be scared of them. They're docile. gorilla as you come in, which is funny because they don't have gorillas here. So like I said earlier, there is a ropes course here. I forget the name of it. We'll see it up here in a second. But there's like a whole obstacle course. They are running it. You can buy tickets to this and come run the ropes course and do a bunch of other things in here. I'll have to look up what it is. They have like little bounce pads and bungee things and all sorts of stuff. It looks really fun. It is outside of the zoo, so it is a different ticket. It's a separate ticket. But yeah, it looks really cool. Yeah, you can do a bungee jump. Not really like a off the ground bungee. But I mean, this thing goes up all the way around. These cool murals and everything. All the way around. So that's really awesome. I'll have to come out here and try that sometime. See? Up there. Zip lines and everything. Oh, that looks really fun. Yeah, that's cool. I mean, it gets way up there. Look at that. That's insane. You can zip line over to the other side. That's cool. And they also have a carousel out in the front, in the very front entrance. Oh, carousel. Again, I don't think they're running it right now. It does cost extra to do the carousel, I believe. And maybe my favorite sculpture, the tortoise sculpture, watching over the entrance. Alright everyone, and that was it. That was my visit today to the Central Florida Zoo and Botanical Gardens. It's really fun. It's a cool zoo. Great exhibits, animals. I mean, just awesome. Everything looks to be really well kept up. I mean, a lot of fun to be had, especially if you have little kids. A lot of little kids here today. A lot of little kids in general. But lots of stuff for them to do. I mean, it's a zoo. That's really where they cater, you know, for the most part, is to the education and conservation with the little kids and stuff. But yeah, really, really cool area. I definitely want to come back. If you're interested in coming, it's $19.50 per day for adults. They are recommending you order online tickets right now. They're trying to, I think, put you in a block of 4 hours, which is absolutely plenty of time to do everything you want to do here. To just try to minimize crowd control and stuff and that. But so I got the 11 a.m. block when I showed up, when I bought mine this morning. $19.50 for adults, $13.75 kids. I think it's 3 to 13. 60 plus, I forget what it is. You can also become an annual pass member if you live in the area. It's $55 a year, which is really not that bad if you're going to come more than twice. I almost bought that today, but I think I'm going to hold off on it for right now. But really good deal. Again, like I said, well, one other thing too, as you're coming into the zoo, there's one entrance. They're working on that road right now. It says road closed, but you can get to the zoo from that road. They are working on the road after the zoo entrance, so you can still drive that way. I was a little confused when I first drove through it, but yeah. So really cool area. Again, just make sure if you're coming, you know, keep your masks on, keep away from people. There's plenty of wide open spaces, even with the boardwalks here, which again is probably my favorite feature aside from the animals. But just make sure you're practicing the correct social distancing so that other people will hopefully follow your lead. But yeah, really great day, really fun day. It's really hot, so I'm going to go home now and take a shower and relax. So other than that, I'll see you next time.